Welcome to Smart Gardening with Smart Pots. Spring is just around the corner, and one of our favorite traditions at Smart Pots is planting our potatoes for harvest later on this year. Planting potatoes in a Smart Pot is such a fun project. Harvest is easy. It's a perfect growing environment, so I want to show you how to get started. If you go into your big box stores, your home improvement stores, and independent gardeners, you're going to start seeing bins of spuds. These are your seed potatoes, and this is how you get started. Did you know this grows underground and the plant's going to come up on top? So I picked out 5 varieties. We're going to plant a white, a yellow, a purple, and a red, 4 varieties of potatoes this year. And the way you do it is grab the potato that you like. This one's a purple. There's some little sprouts coming here. They call these the eyes of the potato. If you've ever left one on your counter too long, you know what that looks like. The plant is going to start to grow. So let's cut some of those eyes and get them ready to plant. So we've cut some whites and yellows here. You can see that we look for a sprouting eye. Cut off a chunk around that, and then we're going to put it on some newspaper with the wet side of the skin up so that the potato itself can callus over and get prepared for planting. Here's a Purple Majesty. I'm just going to cut a chunk out like that. It's really very simple. And now, see, isn't that pretty? This will be beautiful when we plant it. There's a few sprouting eyes. Here's a really nice one I cut. Look at that. So these guys are ready to go in the ground as soon as they finish what they call callusing off. So these guys are ready. I laid them on newspaper with the wet side up in the shed. I kind of like to put them in a cool, dry place for a couple of days. And you can see that they're all calloused over. It's hard. Sure doesn't look very appealing, does it? But it's going to make a beautiful potato plant. Make sure when you put them in that the plant part is facing up. So your cut parts, wherever those are, sides or bottom, are going to be down into the soil. We fill up our Smart Pot container about 3/4 of the way full, 2/3 of the way. Nestle it down into the soil with your plant facing up, and then put some soil on top. Firm it gently with your hand and water thoroughly. Let this get pretty dry before you water again throughout the season. With a Smart Pot, our porous aerated growing container, it's easy to tell because you can just run your hand along the bottom. Feel on the bottom for moisture there. If you feel uncertain, get a skewer or a chopstick, something wood, poke it down in there to the bottom and leave it for 5 or 10 minutes. Pull it out and see if the bottom is wet. One thing, potatoes do not like to drown, but they do like some consistent moisture, and they're really going to take off in cool weather. As the temperatures heat up, the plants are going to get bigger on top, and then you can do new potatoes and take them out early and let a few continue. One last caveat, the warning here being, plant all the same kind in the same container. Don't mix up your Yukon Golds and your Purple Majesties. These will mature at slightly varying rates. So when you get ready to harvest, you want everything at the same stage of readiness. You don't want to take out some things too soon and some things too late. So if you're going to do multiple varieties, do multiple containers and double or triple your fun. So thanks for joining us again. Make sure you subscribe, like us, send us your pictures, your questions, your comments, and let us know what you're doing. We're getting awfully excited for gardening season here. So thanks for joining us again, and happy gardening.